Hi bonsai friends, it's Maki and welcome back to our YouTube channel. The next video that you're going to see is one of the workshops from the Iligan Lanao Bonsai Society that was held in the Bonsai Iligan Garden. As mentioned in our previous video, the Bonsai Iligan Garden became one of the places that they conducted workshops in. So this video tutorial is a bit informal compared to what you usually see here in the Bonsai Iligan channel. But I really want you guys to see what their workshop is like in case you're interested to join the Iligan Lanao Bonsai Society. That is, if you live in Iligan City or willing to travel in Iligan City. Now I'm going to give you a heads up. There's going to be a lot of noise since there were a lot of people, so I will put subtitles in just in case you want to put the volume down. I know it can be irritating, and I've received a lot of comments before where there were a lot of background noises and they couldn't really concentrate on what the speaker was talking about in the video. So so the subtitles are there. So if you find the background noise too irritating, then you can just turn it down and just read the subtitles. Without further ado, here is the Iligan Lanao Bonsai Society workshop in February.
Yes, good afternoon, Bonsai World. I'm Melbon from Iligan Lanao Bonsai Society. I forgot the name of the society really. Bonsai Iligan is part of our society. The club was established in 2011, and the president before is Mr. Patrick Gamboa, and now our advisor. And for our workshop for today, we will be doing some styling of this tree. This tree is called, the scientific name of this tree is Pemphis Acidula. It's called in Tagalog Bantigi, and in Bisaya Anigad, and in Indonesia it's called Santigi. It was collected way back 2015, and it's been here. This plant has been here, has been planted in this pot for 4 years. So, but the age of this plant I cannot really tell whether, but in our estimate, it not less than 20 years in the wild, because Bantigi or Anigad or Pemphis Acidula is not that fast grower. It's moderate grower. This is very hardwood, and it will not float actually. If you drop this in the water, it will not float. It will just sink. So this is the attributes of this plant. The first, we will do the styling, and the first part of the styling is we will choose which is the right front. Okay. So now we will do the 360 view, so that we can select and which will be the best front of the tree, so that you can really see the potential front of this tree. And the first thing in choosing the front, you should consider the base. Okay, which angle is has the widest base. So you need to consider also that, and the angle where you can see all the movement, most of the beautiful movements of that. And in choosing the right front, you can still tell you can change the orientation of the pot. You can tilt it forward or sideward, backwards. As long as you will see all the attributes that the good bonsai will be possessing. So now our team, our group, the ILBS, has decided beforehand that we will be choosing this front, because I will explain. It has the widest base, and you can see also the flow of the trunk, and we can use most of these branches. We will not be removing that branches a lot of branches. We will be keeping most of these branches, and the next we'll be showing you the future look of this tree, and it will be drawn by Reynaldo Mikin. What Mr. Ray and Sir Ike is doing, they are removing the unwanted branches and the dead twigs that is hidden beneath this foliage. So, in doing so, we will eliminate those unwanted, those branches that will not be included on the final design. And the maintenance of this tree, it should be in full sun. So what they are talking in our dialect is that's why the reason behind why there's a lot of dead twigs, it's because it was not it lacks sunlight exposure. And this tree, you need also to spray seawater once every 2 days during night time, especially during night time, because this tree lives in a coastal area, so that's why we need to spray seawater in order for them to have the nutrients that they are getting in the nature also.
Habitat nila.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bonsai Iligan. You can see Dodong is here helping. Is also removing the dead twigs. And our new member, the newest,
Hello world.
Sir Ruben Amparado. And he wakes up early in the morning. No, 2 o'clock in the morning just to wire his bonsais.
And now at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Earlier than 2.
And right after removing all the unwanted branches, or all the unwanted twigs, and we'll be starting wiring.
Forms o texture ang bonsai manipulate nimo with the conceptual properties sa BHP. What is BHP? What is BHP? Balance, harmony, and proportion. Okay.
So there you have it. Now we know what is BHP, balance, harmony. Somebody is cutting down trees for bonsai. The balance, the harmony, the proportion. I'm sorry for that story. This one also, Dodong is handing over. What is this? This is a fertilizer dispenser. Okay, we use it to put fertilizer in it. And what kind of fertilizer? It would be a slow release fertilizer. We will put in this one. Okay, so this is a fertilizer dispenser. So there you have it. Now, Mr. Ray is starting to
Why so fast?
Yeah. It's fast forward actually. Mr. Ruben is asking and we discussed about what kinds and what are the gauges of wires that we'll be using in bonsai. A rule of thumb should be a third of the diameter of the branch that you are going to wire. A third of that diameter. And one more thing, you cannot wire this one if you will not if you will not apply fertilizer, because this tree is very brittle if not
fertilizer.
Yeah, if it is not fertilized. And you have all, as you have noticed, you can see the medium is next to, maybe next day without watering it will be bone dry. Why we are doing this one? Why we are dehydrating this tree? We dehydrate it to increase its flexibility. Okay, that's the secret. So you have to fertilize it and then dehydrate it to increase the flexibility of the branches that you are going to wire. Okay, because this tree is unlike junipers. In junipers, even the bigger diameter of the trunk you can manipulate and wire. No, this one is different. This is because this is a hardwood, so a little bigger than this one. It's very next to impossible to wire. It will just easily snap or break break whatever. See the expert doing the wiring. Okay, I will ask Mr. Ray why he is, twisting the branches. What's the reason behind, Mr. Ray? What's the reason behind? Why you are twisting the?
Jadi magodi, ang atong punuan is karakter niya karaan kayo.
Yes.
Tapos kung kabantong sanga na may balance po sa punuan.
Yes,
Karaan
yes.
kayo sa biyo.
That's what Mr. Ike is saying a while ago. The BHP, the balance, harmony, and the proportion. Mr. Ray is telling us that why he is twisting the branches that he's wiring. It's because the characteristic of this tree is somewhat like a lot of this tree has a lot of curvatures. So where's the harmony if Mr. Ray will just wire it, in a straight manner? So in order to achieve harmony, then we need also to make some lines and the curves of this consistency. That's thank you, Mr. Ike. That's consistency. This tree is quite famous in the Philippines. Most of the bonsai enthusiasts, really want to have this kind of tree, but unfortunately now you cannot.
It's against the law.
It's against the law to collect this tree. But if you already possess the tree, then keep it. As I have inquired in the DNR. But extraction in the wild, no, it's a big no-no. And even transporting, it's a big no-no. Yeah, you can do as Mr. Sir Robin is telling us, we can do the sustainable bonsai, where we can, the cuttings of this one, especially the larger cuttings, it will grow if you will plant it. But what's the medium? Just pure river sand. That's all. Nothing else. River sand. Plant it in a river sand and in a container that is a good drainage. That's the secret of this bantigi. And you have to tie the tree down, the newly planted tree, so that it will not be moved and eventually die. Because this is quite sensitive. Okay, we're almost done in wiring. We are on 80%. And I will discuss to you what are the features of this tree. So we have a lot of good deadwood. No, we call it deadwood, not driftwood. No, there's the difference between deadwood and driftwood. So if it is in bonsai, it would be deadwood, not driftwood, because it is not drifting in the sea. Okay, so that's the difference. Okay, so I will explain to you. This is the gene. Gene is the dead part of the branch, and shari. Where's the shari? Here. Is the dead part of the trunk. So that's the difference between the gene and the shari. And later on we will clean this one. We will remove the dead barks to to expose the shari, and then later we will apply some lime sulfur solution to preserve the tree and to enhance the texture and color of the deadwood. So we are not that prepared, instead of chisel or some special bonsai tools, we're just using a ordinary kitchen knife, but still it's effective in cleaning the the deadwood. So even if you don't have that special bonsai tools, you can still use the ordinary kitchen knife. Okay, so Mr. Ray is done wiring, and now he will start manipulating the branches. Okay, as I have discussed before, that wiring is like a paintbrush. In a painting, you need to have a paintbrush to draw something. And in wiring also, in bonsai, the wire is the paintbrush, something like that. So you can have the forms, the manipulations that you desire. Now Mr. Ray is doing this one. He's starting to manipulate the branches and try to make some paddings if we could, if this tree allows. Because as of now we don't have that twiggings yet, that number of twiggings that is ideal for making some pods. And Mr. Ray is cutting the excess. So this is the first styling of this tree, and the first wiring, I guess. First wiring, no? This tree is planted by Bonsai Iligan, Mr. Jovin Dolay. And this is the first wiring of the tree. This is the first styling. Maybe around, you can have more, tree-like structure after fourth wiring or third wiring, something like that. Don't worry, that's normal. Even if we have dehydrated the tree, but our purpose is to increase the flexibility of the tree. But sometimes accident happen. Mr. Ray broke the branch. But don't worry, we will grow again another branch. Because bonsai is all about patience. The most important tool in bonsai is not this one, but time. Time is the most important tool in bonsai. If you don't have time, how can you make bonsai? So you have to wait. We have to. If the branches during the styling breaks, and then we will grow again. We will grow again, and then and because as Mr. Kobayashi, master in Japan, is saying, there's no finished bonsai. Bonsai is a continuous journey. Because finished bonsai is a dead bonsai. So don't worry about this branch. We will grow again another one. So as you can see, this one, it breaks while Mr. Ray is doing some manipulation. But don't worry. In 2 to 3 months, we will grow again this one. We will use this one. So by now, Mr. Ray will cut that one. Don't worry. Still have this one. Wow. Blessing. So, we're done. And this is the future look of the tree, and I hope during the first wiring we have some similarities. I guess so. So this would be the apex. Again, we need to use again our very important tool in bonsai, the time. We'll wait for this one to grow, and then so that we can achieve this look in the future. And how to achieve that one is, fertilize it, and because the sunlight requirement of this one would be it's full sun, and at least 6 to 8 hours a day. Full sun. Yeah. So in the future, this one will grow, and then you can achieve. You can plant also this one. Sustainable bonsai. Sustainable bonsai. And that's it. So now we will be doing the 360 view again. I hope you learned something. And this thing is owned by Bonsai Iligan once again. And happy bonsai to all of you. God bless you. Okay. Thank you for watching.
Happy Bonsai!
If we cannot, as I have said before, that when wiring you have to consider the gauge of the wire that you will be using. But if you don't have the right gauge of the wire, if it's not available, then you have to double the wire, as Mr. Ray is doing. Okay. Now he will explain to you. So you have to turn or manipulate the branches in accordance to the orientation of the wire, because if you do it backwards, then it will be loosened. So we will the purpose is the wire should be keep on tightening. So don't bend it against the orientation of the wire. Power thing on it. Ingat na siya kung masayang kung anak niya face na kung...
Mura siya, sini kasikit lang.
Oo, pero informal apply lang ta, sabi na? Oo, informal apply.
So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I just want to thank the Iligan Lanao Bonsai Society for allowing me to film them while they conduct their workshop. Most of them are actually freelance bonsai handlers, so if you want to hire any of them to maintain your bonsai, I will put their social media links down below. And while you're there, I also posted a link of the Iligan Lanao Bonsai Society Facebook page. They'll really appreciate it if you guys can check that out too. Thank you all for watching, and happy bonsai!